Hey, what's going on, everybody? Servo here. Welcome back to the channel. Storybook Vale Part 2 is almost here. Literally just a couple of more days. It will be dropping this reset. I will be live streaming as soon as it drops as well. So I hope to have you guys here with me. But I'm going to give you guys a little checklist, things that you can go over to just better prepare yourself for this next update. Just remember, go at this game at your own pace. You don't have to do any of these. It's just if you want a little guidance on what would help you, then this video is for you. Now, if you guys wouldn't mind, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate you. And as always, with most updates, I am going to do a giveaway. That way you can get some amount of moonstones and maybe get the star path. So I am doing a giveaway for 3 $10 gift cards on platforms of your choosing: Xbox, Steam, Nintendo Switch, whatever. And a link to that will be in the pinned comment section below. So if you want to do that, it's free to enter. YouTube's not a part of it or anything. It's just something I like to do to give back during almost every update. So yeah, go ahead and subscribe and let's jump right into it. So up first, one thing I recommend you do is go out and tame and get one of these like owl companions. Some of the other companions do this as well, but this is something that's going to be very easy to obtain. And they have a special perk on them that has a hangout bonus for your companion can pick up snippets when you hang out. So this is actually going to help you because we're actually getting 2 new variations of the snippets. We're getting these new like black versions. And this is going to help you duplicate these so you can actually get additional snippets when you're getting them. And it's just going to speed up the process as well. We're supposed to be getting, new crafting recipes and new puzzles and stuff that's probably going to require these new snippets. So make sure you at least get one of these to level 4, and then you'll be able to get that additional bonus. And before we get to step 2, another thing I should probably mention, because I see this question asked a lot. If you already own Storybook Vale and you play it and you have it on your profile, you do not have to pay for part 2. It comes with part 1. So unless you don't own Storybook Vale at all, you're good to go. All right, step 2, I would recommend getting some Snippet Lures. Now, you don't have to have as many as me. You could even just go craft, 4 or 5. And this will also help you. We don't know where the new black snippets are going to be, but these lures work in all the biomes. So say they spawn, I don't know, let's just say they spawn over here. I would be able to place this down, and then eventually it would like passively get some of those new snippets. Again, it will probably need them to get new crafting recipes and stuff. And they are just good for leveling up stuff anyway. So like my companion is level 1. I can go through here if you end up getting tons of these and level them up very, very quickly. So that's going to speed up that process. And then now that my owl is level 4, check this out. I can just swipe with these lures and he's going to come over here and he's actually going to duplicate those. So again, look at that. It's going to be very helpful with the new snippets and make that grind a little easier and a little less stressful if you're, always on a time crunch. Look at that. He just gave me 3 more just because he's level 4. So yeah, definitely start working on getting an owl companion, level it up to level 4. And then get some of these lure traps for a whole variety of reasons. Now, you will have to progress pretty far into the game to actually have access to the lure traps, but once you do, it just makes things so much easier. Be under here at functional items, and you do not want to craft, at least for this purpose, the slow trap or the snippet repellent. You want to make the lure traps, and it can be any of these color variations because the basic fall leaves, the Olympic lure, and the fairy lure are all the exact same. They just look different. And the crafting requirements are not too bad, but it is a little bit grindy, and you are going to need some storybook magic. Which brings us to tip number 3, grind up storybook magic, because you never know in part 2 what we're going to need it for. I mean, you use it for quite a few different things in the game, but there's actually a way to get infinite story magic, and that's because once you use these lure traps and you get snippets, you can actually go to refined material, scroll down, and you can use any of the snippets in the game and convert them into story magic. So for example, I have a ton of these pink demon snippets. I can exchange just 99 of them and get 1485 Dreamlight. So this is one way that's going to help you farm Dreamlight. If you don't have lure traps, you can go over here to your Dreamlight tab and you can work on storybook duties. I would recommend to get at least 20,000 storybook magic. I think that would put you in a really good position in case you actually need more. You're already almost there. But if you could get 15k to 20,000 storybook magic, that should help you through the part 2. And also a lot of the crafting items and the new crafting recipes are probably going to cost some a story magic as well. Not all of them, as you see some of the older items right here, they did not cost anything, but something like even this royal candy door or items you get from the Lorekeeper Puzzles, they cost storybook magic. See, 500 for the dump truck armchair. And this brings us to tip number 5, grind up any resources that are pretty rare and take a while to respawn. Because as you see, some of these items, whether it's the Lorekeeper puzzle pieces, or maybe it's just some new crafting items they're going to add, some of them are pretty expensive. You know, 10 pine cones just for this scarecrow, 10 petrified wood, which isn't too bad. Sorcerer hermit crab, you get 1 of those. The trumpet snail, 5 of those. So just go out and just get some of the general stuff. Like even this thing right here, the Grecian workout bench, is 20 marble just for this one item, which is very, very expensive. Look at this one right here, the Great Tome banner. It's going to take fairy bubbles, which isn't bad, but look how many flowers it takes. Yellowtail coneflowers, 20 of them, 10 of the olive, 10 of the blue, and 5 of the beige. I don't even have enough yellowtail coneflowers to make 1 of these, and I've been playing this game for a long time, so I would just go ahead, get your ancient vacuums, or just go around collecting stuff. Start getting spices. You know, we don't know if we're going to get some new recipes. And then obviously, if you have some ancient vacuum set up, you might have to go grind some mist, but you can collect, you know, the things that are over here. And then unfortunately, the ancient vacuum still does not reach over here and you cannot place it down here. And chances are this is where your flowers and spices and stuff are spawning. Your companions can help you with this as well. So yeah, just do general gathering and grinding out resources. Now up next, oh, hey Max. Up next, the Lorekeeper will have those new puzzles. I don't know how many there's going to be. Probably less than 5, honestly. But you do want to have some snippets. I would imagine that the new puzzles are going to require the new like black variations of the snippets. But just in case, you know, or in case they add something in the game, you need to go and do some of these older puzzles. It would be a good idea to get some of these additional snippets. You can click on this. It shows you how many you have of each type here. And then remember, you can actually go farm up the white snippets. That's going to help you as well. If you go back to the crafting station and you scroll all the way down, you have all the different variations of snippets. And you can actually convert white bird snippets into these. Now, I wouldn't recommend converting them just yet, so this is a bit of a warning. I wouldn't convert them just yet, just in case they actually allow you to convert white snippets into the new black variations of those snippets. That way you can grind out the newer items a little bit easier as well. The white bird snippets only spawn in like 1 biome in Dreamlight Valley per day, so you can't get a ton of those white bird snippets, so they're very important to hold on to. So for like me, now would be a good time to put at least 1 of these lures in like every single biome and location, just so I can end up getting more, like a more variety of snippets that are out here. And the next thing, which is probably the most important tip, is Maleficent and Aurora are coming to the game. You are going to need access to the new story. To do that, you're going to have to complete Storybook Vale Part 1. And definitely get to the point where you come over here to the beanstalk, where Maleficent is, like over here at her castle. And go ahead, do all that dialogue with her, go all the way back to the Lorekeeper, do the little ending scene and all that. And then you should have access to part 2. So I do think it's a good idea to fully level up Flynn and Merida and, you know, all the characters as soon as you can get them. Because you never know when one of the new quests are going to have you actually go talk to them, or have to have them fully leveled, or finish a part of the story. I understand some of these quests are actually broken. It's just a really great idea to fully finish part 1 before you can access part 2. Now, another cool tip is we're actually getting a couple of new companions. So we're going to end up getting the teal baby dragon and the black Pegasus. Now, to tame these or befriend them, I would imagine it's the same as the other one, so make sure you stockpile some pure ice to be able to tame the dragon. And the Black Pegasus, I usually get the dish gazpacho, but it's like get like a 5-star vegetable dish. If they do change this, I'll obviously have a video on what their new things are. I actually kind of hope they do change it. I love when we can figure out new things and go about taming things a different way, but it might add some confusion for people that, like in the future, just buy Storybook Vale when part 1 and part 2 are already out. They may be like, wait a minute, why are these dragons, you know, you tame them this way, but yet this dragon is differently. So it's probably the exact same, but yeah, get some pure ice. Go ahead, stockpile some vegetable dishes so you can tame these two. Now, another great tip would be time to get your house in order. So go ahead, start cleaning up Storybook Vale. Start putting stuff back together that you may have disrupted for a Dream Snap build. I got my bind all messed up right here, so I need to actually clean this up and start connecting my house back to the way it was. Start putting my fences and everything back together. And if you haven't yet, I would recommend putting all the little orchard trees like together, all the bushes and stuff, just so it is easier in case you do need them for quests. You can just come over here and collect all the stuff together. And you may end up having some new tasks, some new challenges over here in the Dreamlight tab. And it might say to go get, you know, harvest 20 persimmons or something like that. And then it'll just be a lot quicker. And while you're doing some decorating, you can kind of think and brainstorm where you want Aurora's house. Because Princess Aurora is actually getting a house. And I feel like I want to bring her back to Dreamlight Valley. I might, honestly, it might be kind of basic, but I might just throw her over here in my forest. I deforest my forest and I haven't really decorated it yet. So honestly, I might just give her this entire area right here. She'd be straight across from Belle and Beast. I think it would fit very nicely. Maybe make a whole fairy tale theme over here. I'm sure we're going to have tons of inspiration, but I think that getting a general idea of where you want to place her house is going to help out when you actually get her. That way you're not just dropping her house in a big open area like this. We've already seen her house. It looks good. It doesn't look too big. It's actually going to fit in with a lot of the other houses in the game, like Alice's house. We also have some premium shop houses that look very nice as well that'll pair up with it. The next tip, get your inventory sorted and in order. You don't want it looking like mine over here. You don't want it to be full. You want it to be pretty much empty. Get a couple of dishes that's going to last you for like the week or so you don't have to stop and make them. If you have shiny gifts, that's going to help a lot. Speed leveling characters like the new characters, you can get tons and tons of lure traps and harvest lures. That'll help level them as well. And then honestly, yeah, keep the rest of your inventory empty. Just food, maybe some shiny gifts, something to level them up. And that's really about all you need for this. You can also pick out your outfit that you're going to choose for day 1. So just get your full day 1 loadout. They very well could add a bunch of new items and resources even. So go ahead, get your storage, your storage system in order. Don't be like me, have a bunch of chests scattered. Go ahead, put them back. I've really destroyed my valley over the past couple of updates. Put all your chests back the way they were, and maybe have a couple of extra chests, like empty ones, so you can stash your new items. And guys, that's pretty much it. We don't want to overcomplicate it. There's just, I mean, obviously you can never be prepared enough, and there's a million things you could do as well. But I think those are the major ones that's really going to help you with your grind and make it easier. We don't have many days left, so it's like we really got to get on it. I'm going to have to be doing a lot more live streams this week so I can get caught up. And I'm really excited. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope these tips helped you out a lot. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.